Hey there guys, today's video is all about how to build muscle. Now as you can tell, I'm not the most muscular guy in the world, but I do know a little bit about it. I enjoy weightlifting. It's just sort of a hobby for me really, not trying to be a bodybuilder, but I do a little bit and I know a little bit about it. So how to build muscle. Now it's a lot easier than most people think. There are a lot of people that just, I think they just don't look into it, and they just assume they know, and they make mistakes which end up costing them, a lot of time and a lot of effort. One of my experiences, for example, is I've had friends when I was a lot younger, we go to the gym together, and people that will go every day, even I wouldn't go every day, but they will go every day without fail, and they'd be in there lifting weights, a good 45 minutes, and they'd go back home and everything, and they just always looked the same. They never looked different at all. And you can lift all the weights in the world, but if your diet is off, then nothing will change. It's the same with losing weight. You can just you can run 10 miles a day, but if you eat 10,000 calories, you just can't outdo a bad diet with exercise. Now when it comes to building muscle, what's important is a excess of calories. So the opposite to a diet basically. And muscle is a lot harder to put on than fat. It's a lot more difficult to put on muscle. I would say the maximum to aim for really would be like a pound of muscle in a month. I mean, that would be a great result. Now your calories, you need to be in the excess of roughly 300 calories should be enough. It's not so much that you're going to put on loads of weight, but it should be enough there that your body can build muscle. It's the same, as I said before, it's the same as building a house. If you don't have any materials, you can't build a house. So if you're just eating maintenance calories, you're exactly even, and then you go and do lots of weightlifting, where is your body going to pull that energy needed to build that muscle? Where's it going to get it from? You need to supply that, so you need to be eating in excess in order to build your body basically. So you need a small excess of calories. Now many bodybuilders and such, they go on crazy sort of binges where they just, whilst they're trying to gain muscle, they just eat everything that they want, 10,000 calories a day, McDonald's, donuts, whatever it may be, pizza. They just absolutely gorge themselves on food, and then afterwards they go on a very, very strict diet and then try and lose all of that weight they've gained. Now for some people they may wish to do that, but for me personally, that is making a lot of hard work for yourself. I mean, losing weight's hard enough as it is. You don't want to make yourself gain unnecessary fat, just muscle really. So if you want to gain lean muscle, then a 300 calorie excess a day is probably enough. You can push it up to 500 if you want, but 300 is what I think is enough really. And then you'll gain minimal, you have minimal fat gain. Now you will gain some fat as well. You can't obviously control exactly that you'll gain 100% pure muscle. There will be some fat gain, but it's a lot easier to lose 5 pounds of gained fat than it is to lose 50 pounds. So as far as lean, gaining sort of lean muscle mass, just a small calorie excess there, and that will be enough that your body can build some muscle there. Now even if you've never done any weightlifting, and for example you're on a diet and you're in a calorie deficit, you can build a small amount of muscle there, just because it's so new to your body, sort of a shock to your body that you'll be doing that, and you can build a small amount there, but that doesn't last. So sort of long term you need an excess of calories. Now the second point with this really is an excess of calories won't do you any good if you're not training properly. Now you need to be training, what I train to is failure basically. So I will do my weight training exercises, and I will put them at a weight where I can only do around about 6 to 8 repetitions in a set. and then if I feel like I can do more, I will push more until I can't do any more. So I might be able to do 2 or 3 more repetitions. But when you can do more, then you need to up the weight. So if you started, I don't know, lifting 50 kilos on the bench press, and you could only do it 6 times, and now you can do it 10, then you need to up the weight, 55, 60, whatever. And so you can keep those repetitions low, and you're putting a lot of effort into just those few repetitions there. And then once you've done 3 or 4 or 5, 6, whatever it may be repetitions, then you have a small break, and then you do the next set. Now it shouldn't be too long of a break, 2 or 3 minutes, that's enough if you're lifting heavy weight. With obviously lighter dumbbells and things, then it's not so much of a thing. Now another point is machines. I don't recommend using machines. Machines are good in a way because they're kind of like isolation. They can focus very specifically on a certain muscle. But the problem with machines is they are lifting the weight for you. Basically, they are keeping it balanced and things. Now when you do, for example, if you put a barbell on the floor and you lift it up above your head, then all of your muscles are working at the same time. Your legs, your stomach, your back, your shoulders, your arms, everything, all those muscles are working together. And they're basically compound exercises, bench press, squats, and they're probably the most effective exercise that you should do. With machines, it's just helping you too much. And you focus on a specific area, when if you did a compound exercise, you will be training, 3 or 4 different sort of muscle groups at the same time. And that will obviously save you time. It will make muscle building a lot easier, a lot more effective, and they do build the most muscle mass as well. Just because they're putting so much, so much force is required, for those kinds of exercises. Whether it be deadlifts or squats, bench press, they're all, very difficult exercises really in a way, for the body. They require a lot of force from all the different muscles. So, a bench press, that would train, your chest mostly, your shoulders, a bit of your arms. Then you've got, deadlifts, which are, lifting from the ground basically, up to sort of waist height there. And that will train a lot of your legs, your back, and that can really put on a lot of muscle mass on the legs. Depending on the kind of physique you want, you may not, want to do too much. If you like wearing slim fit jeans, for example, if you do too much deadlifts or squats, that can, make, you just won't fit in those kinds of clothes. But obviously that's a long-term thing. It's nothing to worry about when you're starting. So they're my sort of 3 keys there, really, to successfully gaining muscle. So good luck with your muscle gains. Don't go on a massive binge and say I'm bulking. Bulking is it's not needed at all. Just do a lean gain where you just have minimal calorie, excess of calories, just a small amount, and it will just save you so much hassle, because you don't want to get to the point where you've got loads of muscle and then you're just extremely fat and no one can even see it. So, and then you've got to go through the hassle of losing all of that, excess fat as well. So that's my advice for muscle gaining. And give the video a like. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and write me a comment if there's a certain video you want to see. So thanks, guys.